Tempest Tower is a tower defense with an action-adventure twist. While the typical TD has the player setting up defenses and then watching the outcome, Tempest Tower requires constant input to stave off enemies that will inevitably overwhelm the player without some quick thinking. The game is divided into a build phase in which the player is free to scout the area and set up buildings, and an action phase in which creeps swarm in endlessly while the central tower charges up to an enemy-clearing, phase-ending shock. During both phases, the player controls an in-game character who can explore the surroundings and help repel enemies by hurling explosives, manually triggering traps, or, as a last resort, jumping on them. As the towers are relatively weak compared to most TDs, player action is necessary to survive most waves. The action elements aren't the only thing that distinguishes Tempest Tower from other TDs. All of the automatic defenses need to be powered, and the generators needed to power them all need something to fuel them. Creeps drop resources that are needed to build towers and generators, but collecting resources manually isn't practical. There are flowers that can automatically harvest resources, but their positioning is random and they must be destroyed to collect those resources. All of this means that while towers can be placed anywhere, the positioning has to be planned out and adjusted over the course of each stage. Adding to this is that the stages aren't exactly static. Aside from some minor randomization, there's an additional wrinkle. The entire area isn't visible at the start. When the player activates the central tower to end each wave, it also exposes more of the map, also revealing more creep spawners and paths. Put it all together, and each round requires constant tactical readjustment, setting up defenses in strategic locations around flowers and fuel sources, harvesting resources, then searching for new spots while maintaining the old ones. All of these new and tweaked mechanics mean that Tempest Tower has a real learning curve. It can't quite be played like a standard tower defense game, even if the core elements are still there. Even so, it should only take a few attempts to get a feel for the new strategies, and veterans of the subgenre should be able to quickly adapt their skills to this new style. Overall, Tempest Tower is a good choice for either TD fans who are craving something new, or for newcomers who want a game that's a little more hands-on.